Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Connectel webinar. Connectel creates great customer service solutions, enabling a high user experience for both the client and the agent. Our guest today is Erika Rönnquist Hoh. She's the CEO of the Nordics operations of Teleperformance, the world's largest customer service expert with more than 380,000 employees around the world. And in our dialogue today, we'll focus on how to meet increasing expectations of customers using the power of technology and of people. You're so welcome. Hi.
Thank you, Beata. It's so nice to be here with you today.
Tell us, what does a great day at work look like for you?
A great day for me is spending quality time together with my team. And what does that mean then? Well, you have some kind of co-creation session. You feel that people are engaged, and you do something that is important and purposeful together. It could also be with a larger team or the clients. That's a great day.
Yeah, I can see that. Just so we get a better understanding, who is your closest team? How many? How large is it?
Yeah, my closest team is the Nordic management team, and we are 6 people all in all. But I see my team as a lot vaster and larger population of the organization. So all in all, in the Nordics, we are 2,700 people. Yeah.
You're part of a really big organization.
Yeah.
Also, to give us an idea, how are the teams organized?
Yeah, that's very interesting because it's such a huge company, to be honest with you. I mean, it's 380,000 people around the globe. So of course, it's very different depending on what market you're in. But in the Nordics, we have cross Nordic teams. So all the 4 countries of the Nordics have client teams, and the client teams are led with a line of business director. And then to the line of business director, you have contact center managers reporting, and they are most often more local. So they are positioned with a client in one of the countries. And to that, you also have supervisors, and then you have all the persons that connect us to our customers, and that is our agents.
When do you know that you and your colleagues are doing a good job?
When I get the feeling that people in the organization are, you could call it happy. And what is that then? Well, it's you get the feeling that people are engaged, they are participating, they are involved, and they are doing great communications together with the customers. They feel they have succeeded in doing something, maybe solve a tricky errand, done a resolution together with a customer in a very fast and easy way, and they get a very good response from the customers. So that is very important. That is happiness, I think. And
can you feel that? Is that kind of a...
I think you
go into the team and you feel that?
You can feel that. The great thing is going to the office. I'm not in the office all days now, but sometimes I am, and it's very corona safe. We take our temperatures and so on when we get into the office every day. And if I'm early in the morning, I get up and I go around in the contact centers. And even if it's scarcely populated these days, there are always people there. And you can sense the sort of tempo and the energy. And yeah, it's very, very tangible. Yeah,
That's so great.
Yeah.
You help your customers deliver great customer service. What do we know about customers' expectations on service?
Well, we do know that we do see this past year, due to, everybody knows, due to the pandemic, which has been an extreme volatile influence in everything we do, we can see that our customers and all consumers globally have changed their behaviors a lot. So the consumer patterns have changed. Maybe in the beginning, consumers were decreasing their bials, what they did. But now we can see a completely changed pattern, and lots of the industries are going that even not before maybe had a virtual customer service department are now working with that. So we see an increase, we see a changed consumer behavior, and we see an increase in that. And we can also see that the end customers, the consumers, they think that the quality of the customer service is of immense importance for them on their picking what brand to actually buy from.
It's an important part of the customer experience.
It's a very important part of the customer experience. So we can see that actually around 40% of all consumers, they go to the ones that have the best customer service. And what is that? Of course, we measure that. We see we have customer satisfaction surveys that we measure continuously after each conversation, each interaction that we have with our customers. We measure, and we also we can see that what many customers rate high is the quick resolution, of course, and also you can see that many are also very satisfied if they have like. How they are met, the empathy with how they are met from the client, the
you
agent.
said that customer expectations on service have changed during the year. Around what parameters, in what way have the expectations changed?
Well, it's very easy to pick in the tech card, right? So of course it has been changing completely the consumer behavior and doing most of the your bials on a virtual way has increased the dependency of omni-channels, of a quick interaction with a client. The customer needs to decide him or herself if they want to have a resolution via a chat, if they want to have a personal live experience with one of our agents, if they want to have it with a text message, or how they want to have the resolution. And it needs to be very fast.
So speed and variety?
Speed and variety, definitely. But you can never lose this sort of the feeling of from the agent that there must be something more. The human touch must always be there. So you must get the sense that this is a person that cares about you.
What do you know about autonomy and the customer's expectations on self-service, for example? As you do more and more virtual interactions, do the expectations on autonomy increase?
They do, definitely. But it needs to be a fast way for them to make the resolution. Because if it's a complex issue, and if some people are very stressed, like for instance now due to the pandemic, there can be stress and anxiety due to plane tickets that you need to cancel. There could be hotels you need to change. There have been some tricky questions going around. And then we do have the experience that you want to speak to someone. You want to hear the other person say, everything is fixed, take it easy, we will do this for you, you can trust us. Take
More
a
than
deep
before.
breath. In a way, yes.
So when you look at the keys to customer satisfaction, tell us more about what they are and how you rate them and how they play together.
We speak in TP, we speak about high tech and high touch. And high touch comes first. That is the human interaction. And then the tech part is always there to augment the personal experience, or to make it to sort of augment or amplify or to simplify the interaction.
But tell us more, what does it mean in practice, high touch? If you want to have a volume button to increase high touch, what is it you do more of?
We do, actually we have, when we recruit and we train, we have empathy and high touch as a module in both our recruitment process and in our training process. So it's about listening a lot, I would say, being receptive to acknowledge that you can feel that the customer might be stressed, or you can feel that it's something that the customer is not satisfied with, but you sort of, and you give the receipt that you understand that, and that you're in this problem, in this issue, together with them, and you are there to together find a solution on the customer's problem. So really being receptive, I think.
And the ability to be an active listener, can that be trained?
Absolutely.
Mm. And tell us more about onboarding. What are the abilities that you train when new colleagues enter?
Well, I must say also, it's very important that when we speak about the human touch or empathy or human interaction, it's not only about the training models for the agent. It's also about how we lead and manage the whole organization. So it starts from the top, I would say. Mm-hmm. It's very important that it starts from the top. So it's also about having you speak about agile, but it's a good word, I think, to have an agile leadership culture within the company, where you together with you sort of together with your teams explore how this can be practiced. And I think, for me as a leader, I need to go first. So it's important for me to also implement a great culture within my own team to start with, so that we have it in the whole organization. And that is nothing I can delegate to someone else. That is something I
so
do
it's
myself.
Leadership combined with training,
yes.
Combined sort of with a mindset that high touch comes before high tech as well.
Yes, always.
How do you secure the right talent that embody these qualities and this mindset and this ability to actually adapt? Because that's what you're talking about.
Of course, we have actually, when we recruit, we try to recruit the right people from the beginning. So there are interview questions that touch upon these matters. That's the first thing we do. And then I think it's a lot about, we have a vast variety of training modules where we train everything you can think about in terms of going from empathy, customer service, the technology. So there's a vast variety of e-learning modules that we use. But last but not the least important is, I think, the leadership style, the culture you create within the company, and how you interact, how you make a culture that people are engaged in and take participation in, and really, that they feel empowered. And I think that might be something you cannot learn that by e-modules. You have to create it together. So
let's talk about how high tech. What technologies and solutions do you use to solve customer problems?
Oh, also there are vast variety. So you could say, as a platform, as a basic infrastructural platform, we have the CRM systems that we use when we interact with our clients. That is the basis to have like a redundant, solid, robust infrastructure that is secure.
Is that a proprietary platform?
It's both. It's both. We have a variety also there. So being a global organization, there is a variety of, but everybody has this. You could say that's basics. But sometimes we use the client's CRM systems as well as an infrastructure platform. But then adding on to that, we use, I think, every technology we can think about today. We also have the fantastic opportunity of having a CX lab, which is a lab within the TP Global community that is situated in Silicon Valley. So it's a fantastic opportunity.
CX, a customer experience
customer
lab.
experience lab, exactly. We have software development units in India. So we can always spy and pick and share, whatever technology there is. So there's a very big opportunity for us.
But tell us about some of the latest technology upgrades that excites you and your team.
Yeah. So I would say something we work on right now, for instance, is a platform for customer satisfaction and dissatisfaction. So it's to measure with AI how the sentiments is within the customer interaction, and then draw conclusions and see those patterns in an AI way, and you can then also implement it on a larger scale. This is something that we used to do quite manually with our quality assurance organization before. And when you do something manual, you need to sit and listen, you take notes, you try to aggregate the data, you draw conclusions, and then it's also, of course, subjective when you do it manually. So now you do all that you're able to do that with AI, which is a very important step.
And does it enable the agent to receive instant feedback, or how do you use it to manage behavior and improve the dialogue?
Yes, you can have an instant receipt. Well, not instant, not in real time.
It's
so
not like something shakes your arm.
No, it's not. No, exactly. It doesn't work like that. And this is something that is new, and it's not implemented yet. But it's something that the Nordic team is working on. So it's very exciting.
Anything else that you've seen that excites you? That is, because you can really, like you say, you're such a large group of employees that you can really test the latest within a small test team. Anything else that you've seen?
So we're prototyping a lot, of course. There are some very practical things, for instance, within robotics that you... before, maybe if you were speaking to a customer and you were changing the customer's address in the system, as an agent you needed to change it maybe on 3 different places. But now we have a robotics implemented, so you just need to do it once, and then it, process automation, it trickles down, so it changes on many. So that's a very practical thing, which is also very important, I think.
What is your perspective or your opinion about bots and more automated service?
We work with that a lot, of course. So that is, we have digital assistants also. That is amazing, and chatbots. And me personally, I love chatbots.
Me too.
It's so efficient, and everybody loves chatbots, I think, if they are efficient, and you can. It's very fast. They understand exactly what you want to have. So I love that.
What about digital assistants? How far have you come?
We've come very far. So we work with that internally. So we have a digital assistant that is called Erika.
Modeled on you? Or?
I think it changes, So, and then we also have implemented digital assistants with a couple of clients.
So a digital assistant internally to navigate instead of an intranet, instead of internal services and internal applications.
Yes.
Wonderful. What do you use it for?
Me personally? To check up things. So I can write a question, and the digital assistant helps me with that. Or you find that there and there.
What do you research and evaluate before investing in new technology? And how do you make sure that it sort of secures your high-touch, high-tech approach?
We research a lot. And when I say we, I talk about the global TP community, that I don't know every single, thing going on yet, so I'm learning quickly. But I'm very impressed about what we do. So we have this research lab that I spoke about, but we also, of course, most of the Nordic innovations that we do in interaction with the clients. So it's a lot about looking on the outside. You see these quick, rapid changes, technology shifts, and you really need to be agile also there. You need to see what's going on with the client, what's the client strategy, where are they heading, and then you do something together. You co-create also in that interaction. I think that's important. But then we also have the immense opportunity of participating in different forums. We have a fora with the CEMEA, with the Europe. We have a global, also our president and global CEO, Daniel Julien, for instance, he has these quarterly meetings where he picks up new technology. So it's very interesting. It's a lot of focus on that. So
it seems, because we also spent some time preparing for today, that you really are like a tech company. People are curious about new solutions. You're proud about deploying new technology, looking for ways to excite customers with technology.
Yes.
Although you have a high touch approach.
Yeah, actually, it's the most important. The touch is always. I mean, if you don't, as a customer, feel that you have a person that is listening to you and willing to solve your problems, then the tech doesn't really matter so much. I think the human interaction is the most important thing.
Can you tell us more about how your employees can contribute to innovation and what ways you have for involving everyone with ideas?
Yes. It's very important to create the culture of participation and engagement. And a thing that we do that is quite nice, it's called AIM. And it's a project, a global project, but also a project that we are very proud of having deployed in the Nordics. The AIM acronym stands for All Ideas Matter.
Nice.
So it comes lots of ideas, and I think in March we had like 50 very good ideas, and we had this winner past Friday, and the winner was deploying an idea around leadership and how we could be more innovative and participative as leaders. So it was a very good idea that I now know I have to help and support with so that we can actually go on with that. It's very important.
Can you tell us in practice how it works? I mean, most agents are fairly busy working only with clients.
Yes.
How do you actually find the time, or how are they given the time to contribute with ideas and evaluate ideas?
Yeah. That's a very good question, because exactly as you say, Beata, it is sometimes difficult because you are in the contact center, you are speaking with the customers. But we set aside special time for doing some things. It could be like health and safety. So we have a global project, I think it is next week, scheduled for all agents for a couple of hours to think about health in the due to the virus, the coronavirus. So I think it's some kind of mindfulness session, actually. And we also set aside for doing the service, the satisfaction service. So we set aside time to do these things.
And that's designed for everyone to be able to participate in?
That is designed for everybody. But it is not easy, question.
We've touched upon new ways of working, and you described how you're working in a hybrid way. You sometimes in the contact center, a lot you're working virtually, and you're working with your colleagues around the globe. What are your key insights from leading teams in a virtual environment?
Well, I think also coming from the Nordics, leading virtually is not completely new. We did it also before, maybe, with Teams, and we had Skype maybe a little bit more before. But of course, the pandemic era that we are still in, have, of course, made this extreme volatile change of everything we do. So one thing is that it's immensely rapid, that we change rapidly. Humans can really change rapidly. So that's, I think, one of the major insights. And then it's also how you, the challenge going forward, I think, would be how do you secure a common participative culture in the future? So that is something I think a lot about now. And I think that will be key for the future.
How to create belonging, and a sense of community.
That you're engaged, that you're one community, that you can contribute. So you need to, I think we need to continue with the hybrid model that we have in the Nordics, that you can choose if you want to be, we call it brick and mortar, you're on site, or if you work from home. So for many people, working from home has increased their work-life balance a lot, and they love it. For other people, it's been a challenge because they feel maybe lonely, they might not have such a big family or network.
Or such a big home.
Or such a big home. I mean, all the young people living maybe still at home with their parents, or you co-live with others. So you need to take that into consideration going forward.
What are your main concerns in terms of building that strong culture and building community? What are the challenges ahead?
I think it's really checking up on people. How do they feel? How do they, if you haven't met them for a while, that you can really create a sort of common basics of trust and openness, even if you never meet, or if you meet very seldom. I think that is.
What about the technology you described that you're using in customer dialogues, the sentiment analysis?
Yes.
Could that be a tool that helped us understand how our colleagues are doing?
Yeah, maybe. That could be. But it cannot replace, I think, the dialogue.
But it could be. Meeting. It could help you understand. Better. We're nearing the end. So finally, I'm curious about your thoughts on the future of customer experience. If we would meet, say, in 2 years, maybe we will meet together. We will continue these series of webinars. So if we meet here again in 2 years, what do you think we will be talking about then that we have not addressed today? What's going to be new?
Exciting. Well, Beata, 2 years is a very long time. So if we just take into consideration the last 2 years, what has happened. So, well, I think even more you need to be very sort of receptive to what's going on outside. In the surroundings, in the environment, what's going to happen on a sort of global perspective going forward. It's also about young people, because we attract young people, and young people are very important for us. And I think for them, it's even more important to have a feeling of purpose. So we must figure that out even more. How can we contribute to something bigger? And because that's important for the young people that we employ. And also the technology, we do know for sure that the speed will not decrease, the speed will increase. I think someone said something that the speed of change will never be as slow as it is right now, and that is for sure. So even more interactive analytics, maybe omni-channel solutions, and more purpose and agility and more communication. I think that's bits and pieces you need to take into consideration.
You'll come back in 2 years and have that dialogue with us?
Yeah, I will, together with you, Beata. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Erika, for joining us today. And thanks for all of you joining our webinars. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.